forth by ancient whisper, deployed by inverse suns. All right, let me just first point out that Thomas Haka is an insane lyricist, okay? And I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be inclined to tell me that I'm reading way too far into these lyrics and what I'm about to say. But to those people, I would say consider the fact that clearly Thomas Haka has studied Nostradamus. Somebody prove me wrong, please. Somebody prove me wrong about Thomas Haka studying Nostradamus. I need to be proven wrong about that, or I'm going to keep babbling about this nonsense, okay? So, why do I think Thomas Haka has studied Nostradamus? Well, I explained that in the last video, the contradictions collapse. And of course, there is the interview where they deny having chosen the Contradictions Collapse album cover. But if you realize that Thomas Haka is definitely familiar with all 1,000 quatrains of Nostradamus, you'll realize that maybe that idea isn't that crazy. That maybe they subconsciously chose it, or maybe didn't subconsciously choose it. Anyway, point I'm trying to make here is this lyric. Brought forth by ancient whisper, deployed by inverse suns. Now, to my mind, that little lyric is packed with so much information, I literally am probably going to have a stroke trying to explain it to you, but I'm going to try. Now, let's get into some science. We know that the Earth does not rotate on its axis like this. The axis is tilted. So as the Earth spins every 24 hours and some change, a little more than 24 hours, it's also spinning like this on its axis every 26,000 years, okay? So this spinning motion is referred to as precession. That's just a scientific term that describes the Earth tilting on its axis, or wobbling on its axis, some people say. So the fact that the Earth is doing this precession is where we get the 12 signs of the zodiac. Now, the zodiac signs each last 2,000 years and some change, bringing us to 26,000 years for a full cycle of the zodiac, okay? Hope I'm not losing you yet, kid. So, what is the Earth facing right now? Which constellation in the zodiac is the Earth facing right now? It's facing Pisces, but almost at Aquarius. You might remember we're at the dawning of the age of Aquarius. That means we're right in between Pisces and Aquarius. We're ending one age and starting another. But let's just think about the age that we've been in for, almost over 2,000 years now. 2,000 some change, the age of Pisces. Now, if you know anything about astrology, you know that Pisces is associated with Jesus Christ. It's associated with Christ consciousness. Any surprise there that Christ is the dominant mythology of this present time? Like Christianity and Catholicism, all the story of a God giving birth to a son who is then sacrificed and rises again. That archetype, we are living in the age of that archetype. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is an archetype, okay? The Jesus Christ God thing and all the words, and the language that we use to describe that, that's just the way that it manifests right now. But Jesus Christ in these words, they don't really mean anything, okay? Like, the archetype means everything. The constellation of Pisces and the story behind Pisces is way more significant than Jesus and all this things. Now, why is that? Okay, so what happens if we go literally 26,000 years back in time, and we are once again at the Pisces constellation in the age of Pisces? Whew! We find Osiris, and he's at the mystery schools, and he's telling people about magic, or whatever you want to associate with metaphysical mastery. So, here's the story of Osiris. Osiris was born of the sun god Ra, and Osiris was born to be sacrificed, and he was risen from the dead 3 days after his death. Sound familiar? It goes back farther. Don't lose sight of inverse suns. So then we go back another 26,000 years. We are now 52,000 years in the past. And what do we see? We're back to the age of Pisces. Well, guess what's behind Pisces? The Andromeda Galaxy? Okay, Anun. Anun is the fertility goddess. The goddess, that's right. She's a female god. And that kind of makes sense because how could a male give birth to all of humankind? Men don't give birth. Women do. Diploid gave birth. By inverse suns, change the U in sun to an O. Inverse suns. You have a daughter giving birth to all of humans. Now, why is it suns? Well, because we have Osiris coming 26,000 years after Anun, and then we have Jesus coming another 26,000 years after Osiris. Inverse suns. I'm just saying that Thomas Haka is considering all of the suns and inverse suns in the age of Pisces, and I think he's going back to Anun and referring to just this literally ancient mythology that can be corroborated by anyone who knows anything about astrology. Now, you definitely think I've lost my mind by now, but I'm telling you, man, that's what I think. Deployed by inverse suns, that is an insanely insightful lyric. Insanely insightful. And I hope I can someday maybe corroborate that by talking to Thomas Haka. Because, man, that's crazy. Like, if the way that he expresses that, it's just beyond genius. Beyond genius. It shows an understanding of everything. Like the mystery school level understanding, man. I don't know. I'm fucking crazy. Also, if you live in Montreal and you know where you can see the wings of the angel from the mountain, you can meet me there any day at sunset and I'll have something for you. Every day I'm there at sunset. Mont Royal, facing the wings of the angel. You know that spot. If you know that spot, you know that spot. Maybe I'll see you there tonight, kid. Anyway, good!